Solitude, curse, or catalyst? Many deep thinkers find themselves alone. But solitude isn't always loneliness. Sometimes it's space. Space to see clearly. Space to grow without the noise of shallow approval. Think of Kafka, Camus, or even Emily Dickinson. They weren't surrounded by applause. They were surrounded by silence, a silence that gave birth to insight. So yes, the path of depth is often solitary, but it is also sacred. A final thought. If you've ever felt like the world doesn't understand how deeply you think, it's not because you're broken. It's because you're tuned into a different frequency, a quieter one, a more demanding one, but also, perhaps, a more honest one. And if that honesty costs you comfort, maybe it's a price worth paying. Because while the surface may be crowded, the depths are where the truth lives. Why does depth create distance? It starts with discomfort. Most minds prefer stability over complexity. When someone introduces an idea that challenges the foundation of how we see the world, it's easier to reject the idea than to rebuild the foundation. Deep thought doesn't just bring new perspectives, it brings unwelcome reflections. You see, we define ourselves through our beliefs, so when those beliefs are questioned, it feels personal, even if the questioner means no harm. That's why people often respond to deep thinkers with resistance, not curiosity. They're not defending truth, they're defending identity. The social cost of thinking differently. We live in a world that rewards confidence, not contemplation, certainty, not nuance. The louder you are, the more attention you get, even if what you're saying is hollow. Meanwhile, deep thinkers often speak slowly, carefully, because they see too many sides to speak in absolutes. And that kind of thoughtfulness, it doesn't go viral, it doesn't trend. Instead, it often gets misunderstood, branded as overthinking, or worse, dismissed as pretentious. Evolution, belonging, and the fear of depth. From an evolutionary standpoint, we weren't designed to be philosophers. We were designed to survive. And survival, for most of human history, meant fitting in with the group. Questioning the group, challenging the tribe, was risky, sometimes even fatal. That instinct still lives in us. So when someone introduces complex ideas, it's not just the brain that reacts, it's the nervous system. It flares up. Fight, flight, dismiss, deflect, all to avoid the vulnerability of not knowing. Why deep thinkers walk alone? Have you ever felt like your mind is both a blessing and a burden? That the more deeply you reflect on life, the more disconnected you feel from it? It's not your imagination. There's a strange cost that comes with clarity. And for deep thinkers, that cost is often isolation, not because the world is empty of people, but because it's full of conversations that don't go deep enough. The invisible divide. Most people live on the surface. They talk about the weather, the news, the next big trend. But deep thinkers? They drift toward questions that unsettle the ground beneath them. What is the self? Is meaning something we find, or something we create? If truth makes us uncomfortable, should we still chase it? This creates an invisible divide, not one of arrogance, but one of orientation. While others look outward for comfort, deep thinkers turn inward for understanding. And in that inward journey, they often find fewer people willing to walk beside them.